Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my Week 16 NFL recaps and playoff scenario breakdowns. This video is for the game between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. This video will have more of a New England Patriots slant. I will be recapping from a Baltimore Ravens standpoint as well, so be sure to catch that. But this game, the Patriots win by a score of 41-7. And I thought the big takeaways for the Patriots from this game were revolved around the fact that while Tom Brady was just 14 of 26 for 172 yards and a touchdown, the Patriots were still able to put up 41 points in different ways. They ran the ball with a very physical style, led by LeGarrette Blount and Stephen Ridley, sort of taking it to the Ravens and beating them at their own game. A lot of questions about the Patriots' physicality coming into this game. I think they answered some of them for this week. You also had the good play of the defense. The defense scored 2 touchdowns. They forced turnovers, and if you remember, in the last year especially, when this defense has been playing well, it's been because they forced turnovers. They don't have the man-for-man talent to match up and smash you in the mouth and stop you straight up. Okay, that's been proven time after time. But when they are ball hawks, when they get after the quarterback, when they're active, they can force turnovers and they can be a pain in the neck for defenses. Now, to be fair, and this is not a shot at the Patriots defense, again, they played well. You could tell Joe Flacco was definitely hampered by that left knee injury, maybe a little bit more injured than he and the Ravens let on. But again, I'm not taking anything away from that Patriots defense. And look, if they want to do anything in the playoffs, that offense is not as high-powered as it has been in years past. They're going to have to get something out of that defense. And if today can be the first step in that process to that defense maybe getting in a groove here where they're able to force turnovers, get after the quarterback, that's going to be a good thing for the Patriots. Because if they rely on Brady to score between 35 and 40 points every week, I think they're going to come up against that tough defense in the AFC that's going to stop them. And if that defense reverts back to how they've been playing most of the season, I think it could be bad news. And this is a defense that has to overachieve with no Mayo, with no Will Fork, with no Tommy Kelly, with injuries in the back end of the defense all year. I mean, it's been well chronicled, but this is the time of year where if they can get on a roll and that defense can start playing good, you sort of forget about the first 13, 14 games of the season and how bad at times that defense was. But again, Brady's going to play better than he did today, certainly heading down the stretch here, you would think. So, all in all, I think this was the Patriots' most impressive win of the season. The score indicates that, and the way they won, to me, indicates that. Now, moving forward, the Patriots have clinched a bye here, all right, in the AFC. Okay, they're sitting there at 11-4. If they win next week versus the Buffalo Bills, the Patriots haven't clinched a bye. They're sitting right now in position in that second seed there in the AFC. If they win, at the very least next week, they'll be the second seed in the AFC. They still have an outside shot for that number 1 seed in the AFC if New England happens to win and Denver loses, because New England would get the tiebreaker over the Broncos, who they beat earlier this season. So again, the Patriots have not clinched a bye yet, but they are currently in the second position. If they win, they get the second seed at minimum, and if they win and the Broncos lose, they get home field throughout. So guys, that's my recap here for the Patriots in Week 16, and also a look ahead to some things I think they need to improve upon to have some success in the playoffs. And I think they did a lot of that this week in the game versus the Ravens, and also where they stand in the playoff scenario. So let me know what you guys thought of the game this week and how you see the Patriots looking ahead, how you see their final game turning out next week against the Bills, how you see them rolling into the playoffs. Be sure to hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter as well, guys, at SNewsAnalysis. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I preview and I recap all the important games of the week. Always talking news of the day as well in the NFL. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.